All right. Hopefully this is working. So I have something that I'm going to share with you, but I wanted to be able to type this out as I speak it because see here makes it so much easier. Okay. So the first thing that I want to do is explain to you the most simplest way, because that's what this program is about, right? Simplified, simpled, simplified information. All right. First of all, we have the human body, which is what we are. Okay. And I sure like this one to look nice and tidily. Okay. We are the human body. We exist. And whether we move or not doesn't matter if we're alive. Okay. If we are alive, breathing, alive, we burn energy. Okay. It requires energy. So to be alive, I'm going to redo this. To be alive requires energy, or as we say, fuel. Okay. Perfect. Kind of wish I'd have already upped those. I'd like to be able to read this. All right. To be alive requires fuel. If we are not active, if we are alive but not active, and what would that mean? Sick, laying in bed. Sick would be even more energy, but we're just laying in bed all day long. Okay. Laying in bed all day long. So the fuel for no activity still requires 1,200 to 1,500 units of fuel per day to be alive. Okay. It's hard for a lot of people to believe, but it's the truth. To be alive, to breathe and digest food, you are going to burn 12 to 1,500 calories per day. Now I'm talking the typical human. Okay. And when you take just our nation as a whole, okay, a human body they're all the same. They're just different. The human body is made out of the same things, just modified in different ways based on habits of our ancestors. Okay. So if we're going to fuel for activity, okay, that means we're going to get up and be active. Maybe we go to work. Maybe we cook dinner. Maybe we cook breakfast. Maybe we go for a jog. Maybe we do a workout. Maybe we garden. Okay. Maybe we are a construction worker or a postal worker. Doesn't matter. If we get up and we're active, we're going to burn 1,200 to 3,000 plus units of fuel per day to be alive. Okay. And I say 3,000 because there are literally people out there that'll burn 3,000 calories a day, whether they are severely obese and overweight or they are muscled up and full of lean mass. Okay. They're out there. What is fuel? Fuel equals nutrients. Okay. Now, what are nutrients? All right. Nutrients are macronutrients. And I like to make these even here. Let me do this. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to come down here. And then there's micronutrients. Okay. Two kinds of nutrients, micronutrients and macronutrients. All right. What are macronutrients? Okay. Macronutrients are carb, fat, protein. Okay. That's macronutrients. What are micronutrients? That is vitamins, minerals, and water. Now, as a health class teacher, we realize water is not really, doesn't have any nutrients, but we put it into that category because it is a necessity of life. Okay. So vitamins, minerals, and water. Now, what I like to call this, we're going to come back up here to macronutrients. I like to call macronutrients the fuel. Okay. I like to call micronutrients the spark plug. Okay. I don't know tons about cars, but I happen to know that in the older cars, you need a spark plug to make that work. You need to put the fuel in the car, but the fuel won't do anything without the spark plug. Okay. So your nutrients, your micronutrients are just like a spark plug. They are the catalyst. They are the things that make all the energy come together and the body move. Okay. So your micronutrients are the spark plug or the catalyst of making your entire body work with that fuel. Okay. Now, I'm going to write this down in words so that we can see it. The body operates. And you can tell I haven't been not a very good typer. Body operates, and I can tell I already spelled that wrong. It looked wrong. I didn't operate. Oh my goodness. The body operates units of energy per day. Okay. Every day it operates units of energy, and then it refuels those units of energy per day. Okay. That's it right there. That's how the human body works. It is so simple. It's so simple, but we have made it so complicated by trying to perfect it. And the biggest reason that we're working so hard to perfect it is more because we want the easy routes all the time. We don't want to take time to cook. We don't want to take time to meal prepare. We don't want to sit down to dinners anymore. We don't want to go out and garden anymore. We don't want to go out and dig potatoes out of the garden. We're always looking for something easier. And in the process, we will suffer in some way, or we will give up something in some way. Okay. There's a lot of people who don't mind eating fake things, who don't mind just have a body replacement, have a body part replacement. I myself prefer to have as much natural in me as possible. And when it's my time to go, it's my time to go. But this is how the human body was made. This is the science of the human body. It is the simplest you could ever look at it. And the only reason that your body may seem different than what I've just described has more to do with either how you've treated it for the 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years that you've had it, or because of the way that your ancestors treated their bodies and your DNA has come down in genes from them. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't make changes and not be like your ancestors, because obviously we've seen it done. But you have to put the effort in, and therefore, there lies the answer to our problems. Do we want to put the effort toward the natural, whole, strong body? Do we want to put the effort into whatever's fastest, cheapest, and whatever gets us through our day? Okay. But this is how the body operates. The human body, to be alive, requires energy, okay, which is fuel. If we're talking about a body that does not have any activity, it's just laying there, but it's alive, it will still need 1,200 to 1,500 units of fuel per day to be alive. Okay. If that body is going to be active, whether it be going to work, whether it be cooking, cleaning, whatever, that body is going to need 1,200 to 3,000 plus units of fuel per day to be alive. Okay. Now, that fuel is nutrients. Nutrients are macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients are carbs, fat, and protein. There's nowhere else you'll get, you'll get no more calories from anywhere else, no more fuel from anywhere else. Okay. There is nothing that gives you fuel. It is a carb, a fat, or a protein. Okay. That's one thing I really want to sink in, because some people think they don't realize that every single thing you eat is one of those three things, or it's a man-made chemical. Okay. Micronutrients are your vitamins, minerals, and water, and those are your spark plug. The body operates on units of energy per day. We deplete some of that or all of that, and we refuel it so that it can operate the next day. Okay. That's how it's supposed to go. The fuel is the energy. It's like the gas in a car, and the spark plug is our micronutrients. Okay. Our micronutrients are like the spark plug, and they are the catalyst. They are the spark that makes all the energy work. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. It's the most simplistic, from start to finish explanation of how the human body is supposed to work. Okay. Out of that, two things of fuel, the micro and the macronutrients. If the better quality you choose, the better your body will operate. Okay. The lesser quality you choose, the less well your body will operate. Okay. So that's as simple as I'm going to keep it. I'm going to end it right there. I want to thank you for listening. And if this makes sense to you, I hope that you can share it and simplify things and hopefully feel better about what you do or do not eat. Okay. All right. Thank you and have a good night.